know that one poem a day will not kill you? We hope you'll find out by listening in every day during April to One Poem a Day Won't Kill You, Yamhill County's celebration of National Poetry Month.
Hello, my name is Primus St John. I'm going to read a poem to you today called Reading a Story to My Child. It's rather kind of interesting story for me because at the end of the poem, something will happen that unites me with my grandfather when I was about the same age as my child, and he was reading the biography of George Washington Carver to me. The other thing that was funny about this poem is, at least the story in the poem, is that my daughter loved it, and I read it about, I'm not kidding you, it seems like 50 million times every night. She had me reading the story that the poem is based on, which is a beautiful children's book called Crow Boy. And it's called Reading a Story to My Child. This is a small boy in a ragged coat. Moving through his world is a bold paintbrush, briefing on the light in the dark. In the most subtle way, you are drawn to the heart, because the heart is the name of the story, but you do not know that yet. He is going to school, though you know he must first cross the lake, whistle to the birds, and clean out an understanding path in the tall grass. He is a good boy who adores crows. He even talks like them. He is no fool. He will not hurt you. He does not talk. He lives an honest life. At school, the children abhor him. They see clothes and the disaster of no voice. What kind of school is this that abhors true love? He may not eat much, but it's they that are starved. Boy, you are in the tall grass, and the soil is ruthless. What do they teach here that is as nice as our eyes closed? The school is on a strange page, farther away than the lines of the smallest trees, and each parted brushstroke is like a squadron of geese. But the little boy holds on to his heart. Yes, sir. It's better than a bright nickel, or a ball, or a tall pole. He does not know quite how to write. He thinks language is a series of bizarre pictures. Though it is loud, it is not sharp like a crow's voice. Caw! 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 And it is not bright like a birthday of new flowers. Yes, sir. In all of the fields that he knows, these pictures are not wise, and he knows this. At a certain point, there is more color on the page than in the eyes of a dove that is listening. He looks out the window home. Someone there who knows him softly and hard sees our storm, its ruthlessness, and its subtle tentacles of rain we have all absorbed. Hey, but this is a boy who holds on. My, you'd want to know this boy. Now I am on page 8 and afraid for my soul. At this point I say, boy. Yes, sir. I say, boy, hold on for us all. But today he is given a brush. He has climbed all the way down, and he has climbed back up on this strange way that gets here. And because he is not afraid, darkness does not hide him. He knows it's crows, and their love is prehistoric. like shale at the gorge, like evening coal, like the lonely gills of a fat fish at the edge of water. My, you'd love this boy, just for how it feels. He paints birds. At that exact moment, flight inflames us. He sees their heads as small prayers on the lips of the sky. Yes, sir. He knows how, this boy. He knows how their wings are soft, ironic smiles that are alive. My, how daddy cries. Yes, sir. This here is just a boy. He knows and won't say why. A small boy in a ragged coat. Yeah, I was surprised that one time that I read the story to her, and I began to tear because I remember when my grandfather was reading a section of Carver's biography. His voice changed, and when he used to read to me, he'd sit in a chair in the living room, and I'd sit on the floor between his legs. So I'd never see him a lot of times, but I could tell, I knew his voice very well, and suddenly, it changed, and I looked up, and he had tears in his eyes. So that's the poem. I always felt like a lot of things happened to me, like I was united with my grandfather for a strange moment as a man.